old bucket. Sicily up to the old bucket. Sicily up to the old bucket. Plenty more in the well. Tip, tip. Water's low in the old bucket. Water's low in the old bucket. Water's low in the old bucket. Drip, drip, drip. The old Ogden bucket. The iron-bound bucket. The moss-covered bucket. Heaven in the well. Nothing left in the old bucket. Nothing left in the old bucket. Nothing left in the old bucket. Water's gone from the well. Nothing left in the old bucket. Nothing left in the old bucket. Nothing left in the old bucket. Dying for a drink. What's the water all gone?
Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the highlights of the night, Clark Gable and Merle Oberon. Yes, sir. Merle Oberon. Someone suggested that I do a dramatic love scene with Merle Oberon, but no one listened to me. And we also have Clark Gable. You know, before the show, I was changing clothes in the dressing room, and I stripped down to my long underwear. And Sam Goldwyn told me I reminded him of a picture. I said, Clark Gable in Boomtown? He said, no, the awful truth. But seriously, we present now a modern romance starring Clark Gable and Merle Oberon and written by Robert Riley Crutcher. Mr. Gable plays David Russell, a young author traveling east on a fashionable train. On his way east, he will encounter Miss Oberon. Just now, he is walking into the dining car.
Number one? Yes. Can you hurry it up? I'm sorry, we're very crowded. I'm afraid I'll have to put you there with that young lady.
The pretty one? Well, that's too bad.
If you care to wait a moment.
No, I'll cooperate with the company. Lead on. Hello. Getting dark out, isn't it? It's getting dark out, isn't it?
It generally does when the sun goes down.
Yes, it generally does. Oh, my name is Dave Russell.
Tomato soup on the dinner.
I'm a writer. In fact, I'm a playwright.
Is that so?
I'm not talking to you. Go away.
No soup?
Scram. My first play is going into rehearsal tomorrow. It's a swell feeling. Makes you want to tell everybody you meet. You said your name was...
Was what?
Huh?
Was what?
What do you mean, what?
What did I say that my name was? Please, if I said it, tell me.
Maybe you'd rather be alone.
No, please don't go. You see, I've been thinking and thinking for the past 2 hours. But it's no use. Who am I?
Well, I give up. Who are you?
You don't understand. My memory's gone. All I know is I'm on this train and I'm going to New York.
You sure you're not going to pieces?
This is serious. I tell you, I've lost my name.
Well, don't get sore at me. I haven't got it.
When the train pulled out, it gave a lurch, and I hit my head against the wall. Everything before that is blank. I'm afraid the only thing that'll bring me back is another shock.
Are you asking me to conk you on the head with another wall?
You needn't be funny. After all, there's such a thing as amnesia.
Sure. Uncle Henry claims that he had it when he married Aunt Maggie. But she has another name for it.
If this keeps up much longer, I'll lose my mind.
Well, in its present condition, what have you got to lose?
I'm desperate. How'll I find out who I am?
Have you looked in your purse?
Yes, there's not even a remote clue.
Hey, wait. Is that an identification bracelet you have on?
I don't know. I guess so.
Well, it might give us some dope. Here, let's see.
What does it say?
Made in the USA. Well, we've got you pinned down to the Western Hemisphere.
May I have it back? The hand, too. Thank you.
Now then, let's have a look at you. Beautiful profile, gorgeous eyes, nice hair. Say, what do you care who you are anyway?
You don't believe I'm telling the truth. You're laughing at me.
No, I'm not. Please don't cry.
I'll cry if I want to.
Oh, take it easy. People are staring at us.
I don't care what they think.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, you.
Ready through, boss?
Yeah, what would you say?
I'd say here's a check. $250.
Okay. Here, keep the change and get out of my way. Now, honey, we've got the whole club car to ourselves. Let's sit down and straighten out this thing.
So you can have some more fun at my expense.
Your expense? Knowing you 3 minutes has cost me $2.50. Come on, wipe off those tears.
But what am I going to do when I get to New York? I'm frantic.
Well, cheer up. Maybe we'll have a train wreck and it'll all come back to you. Now, come on, lady. Take it easy and relax. Names aren't important. A Rose by any other name would...
That's it.
That's what?
That's my name, Rose. Or rather, Rose Elaine. It popped into my head the minute you mentioned
Well,
it.
keep popping. See if you can get the rest.
Quick, give me some last names.
White, black, green, brown, Dubonnet, lavender, canary, yellow. Yellow goes well with Rose, but I don't suppose that's it.
It's no use. I still don't know who I am.
Well, whoever you are, you're okay, and I'll take care of you.
You will?
Yeah, in spite of everything. And believe me, in your case, everything covers a lot of territory. I like you. Plenty.
You mustn't say that. I may be a married woman.
Sure, but... A what? Oh, you can't be. I mean, do you feel married?
How does it feel?
Well, like you wish you weren't because now you've met me.
I don't know. I do feel rather funny.
Well, let's try the wedding march. Dum-dum-da-dum.
That sounds familiar.
Yes, no doubt. But does it bring back any personal memories?
No.
You're sure?
Positive?
Well, don't scare me like that again. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. Look, honey, you could think better if you'd put your head on my shoulder. That's it. Sure. That's it.
David, this has been a wonderful evening. I'd love to sit up all night, but I'm getting sleepy.
Okay. You remember which is your berth?
I'm not sure, but
Don't
I think...
Don't think, honey. Don't think. I'll find it. Porter, where's the conductor?
Well, he's on the train.
He's on the train. You know that to be a fact, do you?
Yes, he's on the train, all right.
Wise guy. He just talked himself out of a $50 tip. I'll find that berth myself. Here, this must be it.
You'd better knock first. The curtains are closed.
I tell you, this is it. See, it's the only one without shoes under it. Well, she had no business going to bed with her shoes on. Look. Looks like you'll have to use my berth. It's an upper. Do you mind shinnying up to the second floor to roost?
Where will you sleep?
In the club car. Here, this one's mine. Let me help you up. There. Okay?
Perfect. I've never slept in an upper before.
There's only one thing to remember.
What's that?
That you're in an upper. Good night. Well, this is New York. Recognize it?
No. This must be my first visit. Now, what are you going to do with me?
I don't know. You're too big to check. But I said I'd take care of you, honey, and I will. Now, look, in case anything happens, here's my card. You can get in touch with me at the Lombardi Theater. And, well, I only have $25 with me, but you'd better take it.
Oh, I think that's too much.
Yeah, so do I. But take it anyway.
Oh, look. That porter, he has my bags. I'm sure they're mine.
Hey, those bags belong over here.
Had the lady got a check?
Well, no, but...
Well, I can't let go of the bag till I get the check.
Say, what's this? $2 lying on the floor. That must be yours.
Well, yes, boss, you'll have to come with me and sign a receipt for these.
Be right with you. Honey, there's something I want to say before you find out who you are.
What is it, David?
I hope you're not married.
David.
Hold the fort. Sorry that receipt took so long. They make you write everything but your congressman. Well, honey, don't keep me in suspense. Who are you?
I beg your pardon. Who are you?
Who am... Oh, you remember me? I'm the guy who slept in the wash bowl last night.
I never saw you before in my life, and I'd like to know what makes you think you can call me honey.
Well, $25 makes me think so. Look in your purse. See if you haven't got $25.
As a matter of fact, I have.
Well, who do you think put it there? The FHA?
I don't know what it has to do with you. I frequently carry that amount, and often much more.
Well, I don't, and I want it back, Rose Elaine.
How do you know my name?
How do I know? Never mind, sister. Keep it, though. I know when I've been taken. But get this. I was on the level when I said I went for you.
David, were you?
Oh, now it's David again.
Did you really fall in love?
Look, let's skip it. There's nothing wrong with you. It's me. I'm nuts. Well, nice to have met you. So long, Dave.
Wait, David. I want to explain.
You're wasting your time. I'm broke.
Please listen. I was on my way to New York to get a job on the stage. And when you got on the train, I knew who you were and that you had a play in rehearsal.
So you decided to put on a show for me to prove you could act.
Yes, David. I wanted a part in your play, that was all. But then I got to know you better and better, and I felt cheaper and cheaper. And, David, I'm not acting now.
Forget it, honey. I can't give you a part in the play, but I have something else in mind for you.
What?
Personal appearances from now on with me.
Oh, David, darling. But what I don't understand is, did you know all the time? I didn't fool you?
Yes, honey. I knew all the time. You didn't fool me a bit.
That's funny. It worked perfectly in a magazine story I read once. Did you ever read that story?
Read it. Honey, I wrote it. Briefly for station identification.
Like millions of other Americans who are listening to America Calling, a parade of Hollywood talent that millions of dollars couldn't buy, stars who, like you, have been stirred by the courage of the little Greek nation in its fight for liberty. These stars have given their time and talent to help the starving women and children of the Greeks who are fighting for democracy. We are asking help for them, for bread, not for bullets, for even children of the heroes must have food. You can send your help to these people very easily. Just listen. You need but call Bullock's, Trinity 1911, or the May Company, Tucker 8211. A young lady at the board will accept your call, and the Western Union messenger engaged for this purpose will come to your door to pick up the same. So please pick up your phone now. The number is Trinity 1911 or Tucker 8211. And do not phone this station. You will feel prouder of yourself in the morning if you obey that impulse tonight. And now here are some of the contributions and the names that have been coming in to us. Deborah Lewin contributes $5. Mrs. C. Thomas, $5. Mr. and Mrs. Fritz Burns, $5. Mr. Woodbury, $5. E.W. Hennings of West Los Angeles, $5. A. Namelis, $10. Jewel Mayfield, $10. Mr. and Mrs. John C. Simmons, or rather Simmers, that is, of Los Angeles, $25. Mr. and Mrs. M.W. Glantz of San Marino, $25. T.H. Russell, $5. D.S. Stauffer, $5. Ann Davis of Beverly Hills, $5. H.L. DeMoulian, $5. And now we return you to the program.
It's a far cry, perhaps, from the war-torn world of 1941 to the happy Victorian days when our ancestors were first pleasantly distracted by the immortal words and music of the Messrs. Gilbert and Sullivan. This evening we'd like to present some of the fine music of the Mikado in modern style. First, here comes Frank Morgan as the Lord High Executioner Koko.
I resent the impertinent implication, Owen. Nobody can call me cuckoo and get away with it.
Nobody called you cuckoo, Frank. I said Koko.
Coco? You forget, I'm on a coffee program. I haven't...
All right, then. Here's Frank Morgan as the Lord High Executioner. How's that?
That's thoroughly inadequate. I demand an elaborate introduction. Nothing much, just a few simple phrases vetted by a chorus of 200 of the finest voices, augmented by 7 leading symphony orchestras of America, conducted by Stravinsky, Stokowski, Kusevitsky, with Meredith Wilson turning the pages. Thank you. You know, Reggie, this takes me back to my days at the La Scala and the Metropolitan, where I was the favorite of the first nighters, the idol of the dress circle.
How about the Diamond Horseshoe?
Well, I wore it on my vest. It was a pretty little thing.
Frank,
what?
We haven't time for any of this stuff. Come on and sing.
Oh, me? Sing? Oh, of course. Now, someday it may happen that a victim must be found. I've got a little list of society offenders who might well be underground. They never would be missed. I've got a little list. There are pestilential nuisances who write for autographs, or people who have flabby hands and irritating laughs, or people who are up in dates and floor you with them flat, or persons who in shaking hands shake hands with you like that. And all third persons who on spoiling tater-tates insist, they'd none of them be missed. They'd none of them be missed. No! There's the ballroom serenader and the others of his race, and the piano organist. I've got him on my list. And the people who eat peppermint and puff it in your face, they never would be missed. They never would be missed. Then the idiot who praises with enthusiastic tone all centuries but this and every country but his own. And the lady from the provinces who dresses like a guy. Oh, and who doesn't think she dances but would rather like to try. And that singular anomaly, the lady novelist, I don't think she would be missed, do you? I'm sure she'd not be missed. Very fair.
And now that you've heard Frank Morgan as Koko, the next character we meet is Nanky Poo. The Dick Powell of his day played by the Dick Powell of our day, who comes to us with the courtesy of Joan Blondell.
A wandering minstrel high, a thing of shreds and patches, of ballads, songs, and snatches, and a dreamy lullaby. My catalogue is long through every passion ranging, and to your humors changing. I tune my supple song, I tune my supple song. If you're in sentimental mood, feel sigh for you. Oh, sorrow, on maiden's coldness do you brood, feel no blue. But if your girl is cool-a-roo, then you will have to sing a little swing-a-roo, a little swing-a-roo, a little swing-a-roo. A wandering minstrel high, a theme of shreds and patches, of ballads, songs, and snatches, and dreamy lullabies. My catalogue is long through every passion ranging, and to your humors changing. I sing my lullaby, a dreamy lullaby.
Now, one of the most famous numbers of the Mikado. It's usually sung by three delicious bundles of femininity. This evening it will be presented for the first time, and possibly the last, by those three delicious flavors, Pepsodent, Jell-O, and Metro, better known as Bob Hope, Jack Benny, and Groucho Marx.
I'm Yum Yum, the Tokyo Tease.
Yeah? I'm Pete Boo. I try hard to please.
I'm Petty Sing, and no wisecracks, please.
Three little maids from school are we, work as a schoolgirl well can be, filled to the brim with girlish glee. Three little maids from school, everything is a source of fun. Nobody's safe, for we care for none. Life is a joke that's just begun. Three little maids from school. Three little maids who all unwary come from a ladies' seminary. Three little maids to Larry. Three little maids from school. Three little maids from school. I think that I'm Mary Martin.
That was the Mikado, ladies and gentlemen. We had to cut it short. We're an hour overtime. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored with the presence of a very distinguished actor whose voice all of you know, Mr. Ronald Colman. Mr. Coleman will read an historically dramatic poem written by Gene Fowler. The Jarvis Bay Goes Down.
Bulletin from the London Bureau of the Associated Press, November the 6th, 1940. The Admiralty today announced the sinking of the Australian freighter HMS Jarvis Bay while on convoy duty in the mid-Atlantic. She's an old freighter of some 14,000 tons standing in the roadstead of a port somewhere south of Singapore. She lists a bit as if wearied by the typhoons of the China seas, by the whole gales of Tasman, by the turbulence of wind off Borneo. Her gear is obsolete, her iron skin blistered, pucked with rust. Her engines are rheumatic, and her sawtooth screw will yield less 14 knots. She is the old Jarvis Bay of Australian registry, resting between tides from her obscure drudgeries somewhere south of Singapore. She nods at her mooring cables, head bent to the dry monsoon. The Jarvis Bay is nodding, half asleep, when a gig draws alongside, and there is brought aboard, solemnly, a flag with a blue field. The storied ensign, emblem of Britain's naval reserve. This of itself becomes a rousing circumstance to one so frowsed, so drably sleeping somewhere south of Singapore. Up the starboard ladderway there comes a new master, puffing somewhat with middle age. He looks about. He looks above, below, forward, aft. He peers. His is the manner of a man recapturing a memory. He is Fogarty Fagan, called from retirement to command the Jarvis Bay. For 10 years, Fogarty Fagan has walked in his English garden, watching the roses bud, the violets bloom, enjoying each miracle of season that brings white blossoms to the hawthorn hedge. But now he has left his barrow and his slips to bring the storied ensign with its blue field, blue as the violets of his garden, bringing it from afar to the old Jarvis Bay. His voice rolls against the breakwater. His big hands grasp the teakwood rail. He swears a bit, and finally, the Jarvis Bay awakens. Soon, a battery is supplied, a small one, guns of 5-inch caliber. Then, with 100 young reservists for her crew, the Jarvis Bay puts out to sea from somewhere south of Singapore. Captain Fogarty Fagan has a distant rendezvous with other old masters summoned from retirement. Called by their king from their little farms, from their office tools, from their fireside chairs, from the cities and the shires. The threefold war, earth, sky, sea, beggars the world. Ships go down, each day go down, and bottoms must be had to bear cargoes to Britain. So, up comes the Jarvis Bay, up from tropical waters through Suez, through the Strait of Gibraltar, out and across the Atlantic, and to the Americas. In a harbor of the north, and with brave haste, the old hulls are laded to their loading lines with cargoes for Britain. Captain Fogarty Fagan listens to the rumbling of winches. Hears the Samson posts creak. Hears the chains and blocks complain. Harry's his first officer, Mr. Wilson, with commands, as things needful for the life beat of England's great heart are stowed aboard. Hurry, dammy, Mr. Wilson, sir, he shouts to his first officer. We are not sleeping now, Mr. Wilson, somewhere south of Singapore. From a Canadian bay, from behind the fog bank of November dawn, a convoy line puts out. 38 ships put out to sea with cargoes for Britain. A consignment to help sustain the life beat of England. The goods to provision an isle that for 1,000 years has prized the freedom and the dignity of man. The gun crews of the Jarvis Bay sleep beside their battery. They seem young seminars with parka hoods cowling their heads to keep out the cold sea rime. Night falls. A great and somber hymn. The night of November the 4th, 1940 years since our Lord, is an anthem of wind and small following sea. The morning comes like a priest, upholding a golden monstrance. The morning of the 5th finds the Jarvis Bay and her convoy strung like a procession of pilgrims against the dawn. The ship's bell sounds. The practice rounds are fired. The sun is on the meridian, and Fogarty Fagan shoots the sun for latitude. 8 bells again, and Fogarty Fagan shoots the sun for longitude. And then, at 5 o'clock, the lookout calls from the crow's nest. Ship, sir, off the starboard bow. Through his glass, Fogarty Fagan makes out smoke, a black gargoyle in the sky, east by southeast. In sights a ship, hull down. And now, a battleship comes boiling over the horizon. She opens fire with heavy guns. Captain Fogarty Fagan telegraphs his engine room to strain the boilers till they burst. He bellows, curses, brings to bear the pup guns of his battery against the Goliath armor of the battleship. He sends up smoke to screen the fleet. He orders all the convoy ships to scatter wide and fast. Then Fogarty Fagan sets out alone to meet the battleship. 5-inch guns against 11-inch guns. Eggshell hull against crop plate. Damn me, Mr. Wilson, sir. We're not hearing mandolins today somewhere south of Singapore. This is a mad thing to do, this sea charge of the Jarvis Bay. Yet a sky of dead admirals look down from the Grand Haven. Look down at Fogarty Fagan, whose senile tub steams bows on for the battleship. Nelson, Drake, Beatty, Harwood, yes, and the Americans, Porter, Farragut, and John Paul Jones, all look down in wonderment. And now a burst of shrapnel rakes the Jarvis Bay and tears the right arm from the sleeve of Fogarty Fagan. He does not fall. He grasps the teakwood rail with his other hand, masking his agony with bellowings that rise above the guns. Nor will he let a tourniquet be placed upon the stump. He waves the stump, and Mr. Wilson knows, and the sky of dead admirals know, that if a hand were there, it would be making a great fist. Still steaming toward the battleship, Fogarty Fagan keeps his little guns ablast. The eyes of the setters and of the pointers grow black and blue from the recoils, their eardrums dead. A salvo comes with the top roll of the battleship. And now the ensign, emblem with the blue field, is shot away. Enraged, bloody, rocking on his heels, Fogarty Fagan roars, "Hoist another ensign, damn me, Mr. Wilson, sir! Hoist another flag, that we may fight as Englishmen!" The boatswain procures a flag from the locker, a flag used for the burial of the dead at sea. "Here, sir," he cries, as to a brace he bends the banner of England. The Jarvis Bay, ablaze from stern to bow, at dusk, still fires her puny guns, and will not change her course. Salvos from turrets, guns 3 over 3, make great geysers grow about the old ship's wake, but still her guns give voice. And now she's struck below the waterline. Her boilers go. The Jarvis Bay begins to settle by the stern. Yet sinking, still she faces her antagonist. Then the waters begin to close over her. The waters close over Fogarty Fagan and over the flag that once was used for burials at sea. And now night spreads its shroud. Of 38 ships in the convoy, 29 are saved, their cargoes saved to help sustain the lifeblood of England, while a sky of dead admirals look on and claim Captain Fogarty Fagan for their own. The Jarvis Bay goes down as no mere casualty of storm, to rust out fathoms deep in common grave with sisters unremembered by the years. The Jarvis Bay, of Australian registry from somewhere south of Singapore, goes down in the history of an isle that for 1,000 years has prized the freedom and the dignity of man.
Thank you a great deal. Thanks also to Meredith Wilson, who is conducting the music for this program, for his magnificent original musical score which accompanied Mr. Coleman's magnificent reading. Incidentally, the poem, The Jarvis Bay Goes Down, written by Gene Fowler, will shortly be published in book form, and the royalties will be contributed to the Bundles for Britain cause.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we find two of Hollywood's better-known playboys, Bob Snakehips Hope and Jack Speedy Benny, with hair slicked down and hopes high. Benny is, too, at the Palladium, one of Hollywood's better-known dance halls. On the other side of the floor stand two of the regular Palladium jitterbabes, Myrna Loy and Mary Martin, watching Snakehips and Speedy with interest. And now we look in upon the boys.
Say, this is the place I was telling you about, Speedy. Come on, we'll park our derbies. You want to check your spats, too?
Nah, I better not. My leggings will fall off.
Say, now, don't be too eager if we meet any girls tonight, Speedy. We've been out with plenty of girls before. Tell them.
Hey, well, if we do get girls, for heaven's sake, tonight, don't take me home first.
Okay.
Gee, what a bunch of pretty babes here tonight. Hey, Snakehips, lend me your comb.
My comb? Here it is, but there's some teeth missing.
For me, that's good enough.
Speedy, that babe over there, the blonde, she's giving me the eye.
Giving you the eye? She's looking at me.
Yeah, well, with the kind of eyes she's got, she's looking at both of us. Boy, I can't wait till I get one of those gals on the dance floor. You'll have to admit I'm a swell dancer, Speedy.
Yeah, you follow beautifully.
Well, I picked it up on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, that's about all you ever did. Come on, every minute we're not dancing, we're wasting our money. This is a tough spot we're in, you know that, don't you? Hey, that was kind of quick, but I had fun that dance. How'd you like it?
Oh, it was all right, but this time let's dance with girls.
Say, look, Speedy. Or Snakehips. I'm Speedy. Yeah. Look at those two over at the fountain. The one's drinking the Coke. They're trying to pick us up.
Oh, yeah, the two drinking the Cokes there, honey. Should we go right over or should we play hard to get?
Let's play hard to get. At least until after they pay their check.
Why should I worry if no girls ask me to dance? I just came down here to watch the kids have fun.
Yeah, I just came down here to watch, too.
Well, I wouldn't get any kick out of dancing with some of these young girls.
Nah, I wouldn't get any kick out of dancing with them either.
Gee, that was fun. What do we play now?
Yeah, I think those two girls are coming over to us.
Yeah, quick, give me some sense then. Say, they act like they're talking about it.
Mary, what is it, Myrna? You see those two fellas giving us the eye?
Where?
Right over there.
Oh, are they fellas?
Yeah, they're wearing pants, aren't they?
Well, in Hollywood, that could mean anything. Gee, what a pair of bugs.
I don't know. The older one don't look so bad.
You think so? Well, which one's the older one? Gee, what crummy-looking cactus.
Yeah. What's wrong with that one's nose? You think it's intentional?
Well, I don't know. From the looks of it, his mother must have been frightened by a washboard.
That other specimen's no bargain either.
Yeah, he looks rather old to be in a place like this, doesn't he?
He looks too old to be any place that doesn't have candles burning.
Say, Myrna, give me a hunk of chewing gum.
What flavor chewing gum you want?
Oh, it don't make no difference. I want it for my run and my stocking.
There's those two guys again. See, I don't like the way they're looking at us. As if they'd never seen a woman before.
Don't be silly. They must have had mothers.
The younger one's really the snappy kid.
Get a load of that suit he has on.
Yeah. It droops even where he doesn't.
Look, Carney's winking at me.
The fat one?
No, Carney. Well, we ain't had many dances, and they got legs. How'll we go about meeting them?
Well, you go over to the tall one and pretend you know him and say, good evening. And when he ain't looking, I'll slug him.
They're coming over here.
Hello, girls. You want a neck? You want a neck?
The idea.
Well, we were just making conversation.
Say, which one of you girls would like to dance with me?
And that goes for the other one, too.
Hello, Ski Nose.
How'd you know? Say, Blondie, you care for a tramp?
I picked out you, didn't I?
Say, did you fellas come here stag?
No, we brought girls.
Well, where are they?
They were too old to get out of the car. So you're cute. How about flinging the Chancey around?
Okay, Grandpa. Don't you think you need a little lubrication? Oh, come on, let's trip the light. Fantastic.
Say, kid, You know, you're lucky you got a dancer like me. And what you looking at me like that for?
Does that fix your face, or you just ad-lib until Halloween?
How about you kids going out with us somewhere?
Well, I don't know.
Well, hurry up and make up your mind. We're double parked.
Say, kid, you don't mind if I crouch a little, do you? How do you like this step?
Are you doing the rumba, or are you getting ready to lay an egg?
Looks like we all are.
Well, that's the end. Looks like the dance is over, girls. Good night.
Wait a minute, I feel hungry.
I'm hungry, too. How about some chow?
Girls, as far as Speedy is concerned, the word chow only means a dog.
Looks like we're stuck with sandwiches anyway. Come on, shall I get the money out?
No, don't roll your stocking down here. Speedy, I think I can get my baby to go riding with me. Give me the keys to your Maxwell.
Okay, here's the keys. Here's the crank. Here's a gallon of gas. Don't forget to wind it up good.
Well, you fellas going to take us driving, or ain't you?
Sure, we'll really swing it. We'll stop at a drive-in.
Are you sure you can spare it? And can we order a 10-cent hamburger?
Oh, sure, we'll go for a 10-cent hamburger.
And a 25-cent ride in a rowboat on Westlake Park?
Sure, we're sailing.
And then we'll go to Cyril's for dinner.
Cyril's?
Well, how about a snakehead?
I'm still in the rowboat at Westlake Park.
How about you, Speedy?
I dropped out of the hamburger stand. Good night, girls.
Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, during the past hour and a half, you have heard a parade of talent presented by the motion picture and radio industries, combining their talents because they believe that we in America should help the Greek nation in its gallant fight for freedom. To all of these stars, the Greek War Relief Committee offers sincere thanks for their appearance. And thanks are also extended to Jack Benny's writers, Bill Maher and Eddie Boulogne, and to the other writers and composers who have contributed sketches and music, to the arrangers and copyists, typists, and countless other workers in radio and pictures who have helped to stage this program. Our thanks also to the two national networks and the many independent stations who have given us their time to bring you this message.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I bring you Mr. Charles Lawton.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's something I'd like to read to you very much. It's a telegram, another telegram received by Mr. Sam Goldwyn. It goes as follows. Dear Sam, Mr. Van Nomikos, Supreme President of AHEPA, the outstanding Greek-American organization, delivered to me personally a few minutes ago a $50,000 check and promised to deliver another check of $40,000 next Tuesday. Mr. James Toulis, chairman of the Detroit chapter, delivered to me a check of $22,000.
This is Ted Bond saying good night to you all.